Oh, welcome back to Flop or Flop, the brand new series, and well, hopefully you know what we've been doing the past 3 weeks. I mean, I know we're already so far done with the series, but you know, we've just done a couple things, changed some lights, removed some stuff, and made it a lot harder to get any privacy, is all. So, welcome back to Flop or Flop.
On this season of Flop or Flop, we take a beautiful 19th century house and destroy it just for the sake of bugging the landlord. We change the light bulb, remove the doors, and make it impossible to want to ever live here. This is Flop or Flop.
Okay, welcome back to Flop or Flop. Now, today, in our pursuit to ruin this house even more, we're going to be doing something that costs not money, but time. I ran to the local Home Depot for another great run, and I got rolls and rolls of tape. When I was a kid, I loved to tape up the floors as maps, and, well, you know, painter's tape is not the best for that because it can peel up the finish on the beautiful hardwood floors in this house. It can take off paint awkwardly and just generally be a mess to get up. The texture on your feet, the peeling of the stickiness, nothing about it is good. And so we're going to spend around 30 minutes taping up the floors and making sure that Janice has less time to make other modifications to this house. Let's get going. Well, looky here. Some tape I put on the floor a few years ago. Now, as you'll see, it takes a long time to get this off without ruining the finish, and even so, it still leaves marks on the ground. So what we're going to be doing in terms of calculating the price that this is going to cost Janet, if you remember this is her current budget, we're going to be charging her by the amount of time as a New York City minimum wage. So, let's get going. So right here we're going to put a main avenue in the kitchen using the Scotch Blue painter's tape. Now this stuff has a waxy finish on it, which is definitely not good for these beautiful hardwood floors, which Janice failed to maintain the entirety of the 11 years we were living here. So because this is a bit boring, obviously I'm going to tell you some stories. So these floors have nails sticking up, they have splinters, and they're all over the place. Because of that, many a stubbed toe has been formed in this kitchen and throughout the house. So, hopefully, in this pursuit, we'll make the house slightly better by covering up some of those nails that are just so horrid to deal with. Now that we've dealt with the kitchen and we're putting a main avenue in the kitchen, well, we have to go towards the back room because that needs a main avenue too. It's a different city, it's a different town. So we're going to put one, this is more of a highway, so to speak. We have these completely different wooden slats that were put in with no regards to the original slats that were in this house. And see, we have like a little bit of a highway here, going back into the kitchen, and right about there, and well, obviously, we have to connect this to something else, so we'll have another main roadway going across right here towards the grocery store. Right there. Alright, now we have to connect some of the other towns in this village of a house with main roadways. This represents our main roadways, and it's going to be a beautiful map. So, here, we need a main road. I mean, this is in the middle of nowhere, even if it's just one. So, I'm going to start right here. This is going to be our main roadway right here. And this Scotch Blue tape with the waxy finish is beautiful. It doesn't ruin your walls, it just ruins your floors. You can get it at your local hardware store, preferably at Home Depot. Right, there's our main road for this area. Now I'm thinking this area is more of a suburban, you know. Not as many people come here, you just have this one big highway connecting the area. We'll only have a few more roads. And obviously we have to connect the front. Now this is a metropolis. We have so many different towns and skyscrapers and just everything's here. So pretty much every road here is going to be a major road. So I'm thinking we have one that goes from roughly the front area. This will be the airport. We're going to have it go along here. Oh, look at that beautiful 5-lane highway. That's Governor was so excited about, and that's what got him elected to office. This beautiful highway that did so much. Alright, so, welcome to your tour of Ugly House City. First, we start off exiting from the airport and entering to the main city. 2nd Avenue, 2nd Street right there. And we have our odd diagonal Broadway. 2 highways cut through the center of the city before connecting us to suburbia, the beautiful area of Dining Room. Here in Dining Room, there's barely any roads, nothing to do, so we'll just continue forward. And from the train station, you can hop onto the highway and get to any restaurant you want in the center of town. Then after cutting through the shoddy mall area, you enter into a nightmare of cul-de-sacs and people. Thus concludes the tour of Ugly House. And one last thing, before you leave, I just want to thank you guys for watching Flop or Flop. This was the most fun episode yet. But remember, there's still 2 more episodes, and one of them is still going to involve ruining this house. So thank you for watching Flop or Flop. We will see you next week.